Good day, grade 10. I hope you will all listen to our discussion for this week. Once again, I am Ma'am Liza, your teacher in English 10. We are now in Lesson 5 of Quarter 1. So for this week's objectives, we need to identify the key points and important events in the myth I need. Discover how one's perseverance can give a great difference with others. And then draw similarities and differences of the featured selection in relation to the theme. So I'll be discussing about the introduction to Roman literature. Last time we discussed about Greek mythology. So now we are in Roman literature, which is written in Latin language, the lingua franca of the Roman Empire and the world until the Middle Ages. Latin literature drew heavily on the tradition of other cultures, particularly the more matured literary tradition of Greece. Catullus pioneered the naturalization of Greek lyric verse forms into Latin. The Hellenizing tendencies of Golden Age Latin reached their apex in the epic poetry of Virgil, the odes and satires of Horace, and elegiac couplets of Ovid. Roman literature is also a formal Latin literature began in 240 BC. Livius Andronicus translated Homer's Greek epic, the Odyssey, into an old type of Latin verse called Saturnian. Gnaeus Naevius was the first Latin poet to write on a Roman theme. He composed an epic poem about the First Punic War, in which he had fought. Naevius' dramas were mainly reworking of Greek originals, but he also created tragedies based on Roman myths and history. So we have here Virgil, one of the Roman literary giants. His full name is Publius Virgilius Maro, but he is also known as Virgil or Virgil. He lived in October 15, 70 BCE until September 21, 19 BCE. He is known as the greatest classical Roman poet. He is best known for his three major works, the Eclogues or Bucolics, the Georgics, and Aeneid, his masterpiece. Several minor poems are also attributed to him. He was born in the village of Andes, near Mantua. He worked on the Aeneid during the last 10 years of his life. He caught a fever and died in Brundisium Harbor on September 21st, 19 BCE. Augustus Caesar ordered the publication of Aeneid despite his wish to have it burned. So now, we'll be discussing one of his masterpieces, which is entitled Aeneid. Aeneid was written to uplift the Roman faith in the greatness of Rome. Augustus Caesar made the epic as an awareness campaign to institute a new era of prosperity and peace, especially through the reintroduction of traditional Roman moral values. It also depicts the hero Aeneas as a man devoted and loyal to his country and its prominence, rather than personal gains, and going off on a journey for the betterment of Rome. It attempted to legitimize the rule of Julius Caesar as part of the prophecy given to Aeneas in the underworld. He renamed Aeneas' son as Ascanius, called Ilus from Ilium, meaning Troy, to Lulus, and offering him as an ancestor of the gens Julia, the family of Julius Caesar. Rome was founded in 753 BC by one of Aeneas' descendants, Romulus, who, with his twin brother Remus, was a son of Mars, the god of war, and the Vestal Virgin Rhea Silvia. Aeneid has 12 books. First 6 books patterned after Odyssey. Second books patterned after Iliad. The Aeneid is written in dactylic hexameter, or more commonly known as heroic hexameter. Dactyl in Greek means finger, which has 1 long and 2 short nodes or syllables. Hexameter is a poetic line with 6 feet. As with other classical Latin poetry, the meter is based on the length of syllables rather than the stress, though the interplay of meter and stress is also important. Virgil also incorporated such poetic devices as alliteration, onomatopoeia, synecdoche, and assonance. Let us now meet the characters of Aeneid. So first, we have the mortals. The first one is Aeneas, the protagonist of the Aeneid. Aeneas is a survivor of the siege of Troy. Dido, the queen of Carthage, a city in northern Africa in what is now Libya, and the lover of Aeneas. Turnus, the ruler of the Rutulians in Italy, and Aeneas' major antagonist among mortals. Ascanius, also called Lulus, Aeneas' young son by his first wife, Creusa. Anchises, Aeneas' father, and a symbol of Aeneas' Trojan heritage. Creusa, Aeneas' wife at Troy, and the mother of Ascanius. Sinon, the young Greek spy, who pretends to have been left behind the end of the Trojan War. Latinus, the king of the Latins, the people of what is now central Italy around the Tiber River. Lavinia, Latinus' daughter and a symbol of Latium in general. Amata, queen of Laurentum, a region of Latium and Italy, and wife of Latinus. Evander, the king of Pallantium, a region of Arcadia in Italy, and father of Pallas. Pallas, son of Evander, whom Evander entrusts to Aeneas' care and tutelage. Dranche, a Latin leader who desires an end to the Trojan-Latin struggle. Camilla, the leader of the Volscians, a race of warrior maidens. Juturna, Turnus' sister. Achates, a Trojan and a personal friend of Aeneas. Ulysses, Latin name of Odysseus, the hero of Homer's Odyssey. So this is from a Greek mythology. Achilles, the greatest hero of the Greek warriors. Hector, the greatest of the Trojan warriors killed at Troy. Andromache, Hector's wife, who survives the siege of Troy. We have now the deities or the gods and goddesses. So their names are from Roman mythology. Juno, Hera in Greek, the queen of the gods, the wife and sister of Jupiter, or Zeus. Venus, Aphrodite in Greek, the goddess of love and the mother of Aeneas. Jupiter, he is also known as Jove, and Zeus in Greek, the king of the gods and the son of Saturn. Neptune, or Poseidon in Greek, god of the sea, is generally an ally of Venus and Aeneas. Mercury, Hermes in Greek, the messenger of the god, and the other gods often sent Mercury on errands. Aulus, the god of the winds. Cupid, he is known as Eros in Greek, a son of Venus and the god of erotic desire. Alecto, one of the Furies or deities who avenge sins, sent by Juno to incite the Latin people to war against the Trojans. Vulcan, or Hephaestus in Greek, god of fire and the forge and husband of Venus. Tiberinus, the river god, associated with the Tiber River, where Rome will eventually be built. We have Saturn, or Cronus in Greek, the father of the gods. Saturn was king of Olympus until his son Jupiter overthrew him. Minerva, or Athena in Greek mythology, the goddess who protects the Greeks during the Trojan War and helps them conquer Troy. Apollo, a son of Jupiter, god of truth, prophecy, and archery. Diana, Artemis in Greek, Apollo's twin sister, goddess of hunting, the moon, and youth. Penates, the Trojan and Roman household gods and gods of the state. Lares, small ancestral gods brought by Anchises from Troy. Iris, the messenger goddess of Jupiter. And then we have Mars, or Ares in Greek, which is the god of war. For next week, we will be discussing about the story of Aeneas. So for this week, this is just an introduction. So I hope you learn about the characters and the background of the story Aeneid. For this week activity that must be submitted on Wednesday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on one whole sheet of paper, compare and contrast Greek and Roman mythology through a Venn diagram, since we already discussed about Greek mythology. So first, you need to copy the Venn diagram flashed on your screen. Thank you and God bless.